Hey guys, welcome to Superlative Radio. Dylan Stone here with you. Hope you enjoy the following vlog.
Hey guys, Saw here with another vlog on Superlative Radio. Today I want to talk a little bit about the school system. And I know that with, vlogs before I've talked about the school system, but this year it's a little different, with COVID and everything and the kids all going back to school and stuff. And of course everybody's worried about a second wave coming and all these things. How safe do you think your kids are when they're going back to school? Because when it comes to, say, universities, as an example, in the US, over the last few weeks since they've been back, we've heard a lot about how they're happening to quarantine so many students because, of course, COVID is spreading. And I mean, granted, it's the US and they haven't been too on the ball with keeping things under control down there as it is. But you got to wonder, even recently I've heard that Canada is starting to get a little bit of a spike in its numbers in Ontario and Quebec. And even just earlier, I had heard a news thing where they were talking about the possibility of opening up the Atlantic bubble to the rest of Canada. And I just got to wonder, how are you guys thinking when it comes to your kids being back in school? My little fella's just back, he's in grade 1 this year. And last year he was in kindergarten, so this year he's in grade 1. And, they have, the way that his school does it is they have to wear a mask when they're going to and from their classroom. But in their classroom, they don't have to wear a mask because that's part of their, as they call it, their bubble, I guess. When your child is at home or has been at home, say over the summer or since schools were cut short in March or whatever it was, and you think, okay, their bubble didn't include other students there. Now, granted, we have to get socialization as a species. Just people need socialization. You need to be around other people. You need to have friends. You need to have people you interact with, all those kinds of things. And with kids, it's really important. So I get that. But at the same time, I worry because, yes, okay, he's got to wear a mask to and from the classroom. When he gets to school, he has to have a mask on and wear it to the classroom. When it's time to go home for the day, he has to put a mask on and wear it till he gets out of the school with either myself or my ex. I then wonder, so in that room, when he's in the room with these other students, even though they're part of his bubble, those kids are interacting with their families who are interacting with people who are interacting with people who are interacting with people who are interacting. You know what I mean? So it's like a zigzag through. There's this big chain of people that it all goes through. How safe do you think your kids really are in the school system this year in regards to being protected from COVID? Because, I don't know, say there's 20 kids in a class, right? Well, if there's 20 kids in the classroom or 30 kids in the classroom, well, then that's 20 or 30 families. And in the case of my son, then it's not only that, but he's with my ex, whoever she's interacting with, which, given her track record, whoever she's interacting with is who she's interacting with, and whoever I'm interacting with is who I'm interacting with. And our son is exposed to both those households, okay? So and then if there's other kids in that class that are exposed to other households, the same way, maybe they have parents that are separated or divorced or whatever, right? So they're going to one household and another. That doubles again, so you got to wonder, how many opportunities is there for your child to come into contact with someone who's been infected, even though they're supposed to be in a bubble at school and they're not interacting with all of the, say, 1,000 students in that school. And I just wonder about that. And I think, are we putting kids back into school too soon? Are we not thinking about the fact that this thing still isn't under control? And they're talking, even if we get a vaccine, right? They're not even sure that the vaccine is going to be effective until it's done testing, and it's been this and it's been that, and how many different countries are all working on different vaccines and whatever and what have you. And even then, they say it's still going to be at least another 12 months. Well, it's September now, okay? As we're filming this, it's September. You're talking another 12 months is next September. That's what they're talking before people are guaranteed, hopefully, to be protected from this. Well, are we putting kids in danger by letting them go back to school? As much as we might not want to think we are we? As a society, are we endangering our children? Are we endangering ourselves? Are we, are we opening up things too soon? I know a lot of people are saying they're tired of being, social distancing, and they're tired of being, quarantined, and they're tired of this and they're tired of that. But the reality is pandemics, on average, tend to happen roughly every 100 years. The last big pandemic that happened was the Spanish flu back in 1914, 1918, whatever it was, right? Which is 100 years ago. Roughly every 100 years, a pandemic comes along and people have to find a way to cope with it. Well, they tried as best as they could back then. And I mean, even today, we've got this pandemic happening, and we have to look at how are we keeping these. I mean, because I don't know about you guys, but like my little guy has a lot of issues as it is. So if he was to get sick, the chances of him surviving COVID are very small. Hell, the chances of any of us surviving when you get it, I know they say that, oh, well, the death rate is only like 5% or 1% or whatever it is they're saying. There's been a lot of deaths from this worldwide, a lot of needless deaths that could have been prevented had we just, quarantined earlier, had we started doing things earlier than we're doing now. And I wonder, are we keeping our kids safe? That's the real key. Are we letting them into schools too soon? Personally, I think we are. As much as I know my little fella enjoys school, he loves his friends, he loves seeing other kids and hanging around with them and playing, I just think that we're putting them into harm's way too soon, especially with the fact that we have a second wave on the horizon. I'd love to know what you guys think, though. Do you guys think we're putting our young people in danger needlessly? Do you think we're opening things up too soon? What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Comment below. Let us know. I'd love to find out. That said, we'll catch you guys for another vlog right here on Superlative Radio. Have a good day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Superlative Radio. Come back anytime. And when you do, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. We really want to know what you think. We'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, because that's the way it's supposed to be.